What's up, Make Movers? Hope you all are doing well. In this recording, I wanted to talk about something that is very important to me. I'm thinking back about my own career and the people who played a major role in my growth and development, and inspired me to use this recording for this topic. I want to talk to you about playing your role well. Yes, playing your role well. Let's talk about this. Many of us aspire to be leaders amongst people. Many of us aspire to be in the forefront, not in the background. Many of us have been thrust out there, whether we were ready or not, because the moment it required it of you or expected it of you. But truth be told, none of us began in the forefront. None of us began out front. None of us began in front of the spotlight. All began somewhere. But for many of us, we began behind the scenes. We weren't number one. We weren't number two. You weren't in a C-suite. You weren't a supervisor. You may have begun as an OPS employee in state government or as an entry-level assistant to someone. But through hard work and dedication, you were able to matriculate to where you are now. But playing your role well means that whatever role you find yourself in currently, whatever is asked of you, is expected of you, that you do it well. That instead of you trying to ascend to the next level quickly, you maximize where you are. You take advantage of where you are. You leave your impact on where you are. One of the greatest testimonies that can ever be said about you in the workplace is when you leave a place and the owner of the company, the supervisor over the position you had, said, I would hire him or her in a heartbeat. I would do it all over again. I have no regrets. What that means is that you played your role well, that you handled the moment well, that you did not just come in and just give mediocre or give mediocrity, but you actually made sure you left an imprint. I'm a believer, in a previous recording talked about it, you ought to transition well. You ought to make it easy for the one who succeeds you to start out better than you began. However, I also do believe that the person who succeeds you ought to have some intimidation, ought to have some nervousness. When they do, it's a testament that you played your role well, that you took advantage of every opportunity. Think back on this. For those of us who are now fortunate enough to be in the forefront, in the spotlight, leading amongst the people, I want you to think back to when you were amongst the crowd and you were being led. And yes, every leader is still led by someone, and every leader needs a leader. I push that hard. But I want you to think back to when you were one in the crowd. What was it about the one who was leading you that gave you the desire, the aspirations to be out front? Because that person who led you made some sacrifices. That person who led you gave up a whole lot of stuff. There was some blood, there was some sweat, there was some tears. There was moments of loneliness, feeling like they were in exile because no one understood what they were going through. All you saw, all we saw, all they saw was the glory, not the story. Not the night that you walked the floor wondering if the plans you made were actually going to manifest. Pastor, they didn't know that you prayed over your congregation and hoping that God will continue to bless you to lead them according to his will. Business owner, they know that you worried about making payroll every single time. Had no idea. They just wanted to be in your spot. They wanted to emulate what you had exemplified. But when you play your role well, what you say is, while I'm here, I am going to leave a lasting impact. While I'm here, I'm going to make a contribution to the overall success of the organization. While I'm here, I'm going to be trustworthy. I'm going to be dedicated. I'm going to be dependable. I'm going to be on time. While I'm here, my attendance is not going to be suspicious, but it's going to be consistent while I'm here. I'm going to play my role well. I'm not going to try to undercut the person in front of me, but I'm going to aid and assist them the best way I know how. When you do those things and you are deemed trustworthy, guess what happens? A scripture tells us that your gift makes room for you. But also guess what happened? The person that you support, person that you assist, the person that you serve trusts you enough to now avail you to opportunities you probably shouldn't be in. Early in my career, I had a chance to work for a governor And at times when I should not have been in that room because my position didn't require it, my expertise didn't require it. At times I would get invited into the room, fly on the wall, so to speak, but in the room, able to hear conversations, able to see people handle pressure, able to watch this governor handle pressure, watch this governor lead our state during times of consistent and repetitive hurricanes, watch this governor lead and think about the people who are going to be impacted by those decisions. That left a lasting impact on me. Made me realize that the role is bigger than me. And I want you to understand that. Play your role well. And remember, the role that you're in is bigger than you. Your contribution is bigger than you. But you need to make a contribution. Making moves, I like that. I push that. But I want you to understand now, let's make moves toward impact, not infection. I want to conclude this way. Everywhere you go, everything you do, you're either affecting or you're infecting an environment. You're either affecting, which means you're making it better, and those around you are better as a result, or you're infecting, which means that you're polluting it and making people sick. Everywhere you go, everything you do, you're affecting or infecting. When you grasp this concept, you'll play your role better because you realize that what I do impacts more than just me. Play your role well so that when you transition well, those who succeed you will appreciate you. I gotta go, but I want you to understand something now. We make moves, not announcement. Go do something great. Before I sign off, I want to encourage you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I also want to ask you to share this video with as many as you possibly can. It is my desire to help people out in their career and in their growth and in leadership. These videos are not confined to just one audience of people, but all people. So once you help me and spread this message as far as you possibly can, subscribe to this channel so when we upload a new video, you'll get notified. I appreciate it. Visit our website, www.strategicinflectionpoint.com. You'll find more about myself, about our company offerings, and how we can help you. Now go do something great with your life. Many people need you. God bless.